Hey, welcome back. Neon Nightcast Podcast, Season 2, Episode 9. I'm your boy, Michael Thrax, and I'm joined by Garrett Zagri and Eric the Dr. Soybean.
Always a pleasure.
There you go. So yeah, we're Episode 9. We got some pretty spicy topics.
Yes, we're talking about hot Cheetos and Takis, like those spicy
Hot Cheetos
chips.
and Takis, yeah.
Yeah, apparently they caused a girl to have like some kind of organ problem. And now
Is this real?
not even yeah, this is real.
Holy shit.
I found it. Hot Cheetos and Takis under fire after snacking teen needs gallbladder removed.
Okay, but the thing is all like eating really spicy foods, yeah, they can cause problems. I know that I've had not like going to the hospital, but like I've eaten spicy food and
I
my
feel like it
stomach
depends on
hurts.
how much of it you eat.
So she must have ate too much.
I feel like
I
I
don't
feel
think
like they
you're
had
supposed
to
live
have.
off them.
If you're
Yeah.
eating too much spicy food, that's on you. That's not
Yeah,
the company. That's not
so
the food.
her mother said she was eating big bags and would take them to school with her.
Yeah, well there you go. That's like her diet is fucking hot Cheetos. That's not the
Yeah,
company's fault.
I agree.
That's
But,
like that's like a subplot of the book Cujo, which is about this like breakfast cereal for kids, but the red dye in it makes kids shit red, so people freak out because they think they're shitting blood.
The
Oh,
Stephen
yeah.
King book about a rabid dog?
Yeah, that's a subplot in that
Dude,
book.
Stephen King is on too much drugs.
he's on
Well,
just the
it's-
right amount of drugs.
It's funny that you say that because he's admitted that when he wrote all of his stuff in the 80s, which when Cujo was written, he was like fucked out of his mind
Yeah.
on coke like 24/7.
Like it makes sense because that's fucking wacko. It's a movie. It's a book about a rabid dog, and there's a subplot of a cereal.
Makes you look like you're shitting blood.
Okay, so let's talk, boys. Oh, you know what? Well, something kind of near and dear to me and Eric. Again, it's so weird that we've only been doing this podcast for like almost over a year, and this is the second time we're now talking about some form of an attack in Toronto.
Yeah, and again, that whole van shit, that happened literally right in front of my work. This happened
It's
not like
the
I wouldn't
road's
say it's,
called the Danforth, and it was
Yeah.
in Greektown.
yeah, which is not my neighborhood, but it's very close to my neighborhood.
Yeah,
And it was literally some dick nose who just literally walked down the street shooting people with a gun.
Yeah, it's heard. What, he fired like 20 shots. 9 people died. Is that right?
No, it
people
was like
died.
nine injured, and 2 died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And our state-run media broadcaster, CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for some reason, this crack team of journalists instantly reported that the shooter was a white male. Turns out it's a Middle Eastern Muslim from, well, not even Middle Eastern. He's from Pakistan.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of him. He's not a white guy.
Yeah.
I guess maybe at first glance or through those fuzzy little, street recordings.
Well, I think they wanted it to be a white guy, so that's what they reported.
Hey, but that's not racist. You can't be racist towards white people.
No, of course not. Our state-run broadcaster just, reported false information irresponsibly, but
Is he a robot?
ever-
Too much?
Yeah, Eric's a robot right now.
I'm never letting that shit.
So, yeah, no, I don't know. It's crazy that this is happening in Toronto. There was a little hiccup. Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know, not to go off on a rant here, but I really fucking hate CBC. They're like CNN now. It's like
I
back
mean,
when-
just like any kind of mainstream media.
Yeah.
yeah. So back when Trump, the whole like Trump being elected thing was going on, they claimed that they had video from somebody on a TTC streetcar getting in a fight with someone and
Yeah.
punching some random guy in the face, and then when he left the streetcar, he supposedly shouted out like some pro-Trump slogan. So if you actually watch the video that this crack news team posted, when he shouts the Trump thing, they're like, oh, the audio was distorted when he said that, so you can't actually hear him say that. And somebody on YouTube did an analysis of the raw video, and they pointed out that they opened like the audio in Audacity, okay? And this wasn't the video that the CBC posted. This was like the original uploader's video on YouTube, and they pointed out that the part where he supposedly shouts his Trump thing, the audio just completely goes dead. Like there's nothing there. So, in other words, whichever this SJW cunt who uploaded this video in the first place, the guy didn't say shit about Trump. They just wanted him to, so they just cut out a portion of the audio as he was leaving the streetcar and claimed that that's when he shouted out something about Trump.
Yeah,
so
no.
Fuck CBC.
So they falsified it. They were like, oh, I can push my anti-Trump agenda with this.
Yeah, we can't
attack.
actually find a video of anybody in Toronto acting like an asshole and shouting something about Trump, so we'll just invent it.
This isn't really.
And to be fair, you can't judge someone based on their followers. I mean, Trump has done enough stupid shit that you don't need to look at his followers to say he's a terrible human being.
Who gives a fuck what the hell some retard says on the side of the street?
Because I mean, any asshole
matter.
can be a fan of someone. I'm a huge Bernie fan, and there could be fucking Bernie people going out and hitting people also. But it's
I'm sure if you tried,
that's not going to change my mind of Bernie.
You're right. I'm sure if you tried hard enough, you could find somebody somewhere who's a pro Bernie person who also murdered somebody. You know what I mean? And what does that really mean? It means jack shit.
Look, this is for Obama as he cracks someone's skull open.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't
matter.
Change the person that they're talking about.
Yeah.
It just means you're the fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, my main point is that this is our state-run fucking broadcasting system that's doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's funded by our money. Our money is paying for this horse shit.
I don't know. It's just
so since I technically own part of that studio, I'd like to go on live when they're doing their fucking nightly broadcast and just take a big steaming shit right on their anchor desk. Considering I paid for that shit.
How much did you really pay for though, Eric?
Exactly.
You might have given them what,
that's
$20?
That's like that show Corner Gas, where the guy's old father. He's always when he's talking to cops and stuff, he's always like, my taxes pay your salary.
Yeah.
And then at one point his son's just like, Dad, you got to stop paying everybody's salary. You're only one man.
Yeah. That's so funny. I love that. Yeah, it's listen, it is this whole thing now, and it's been going on for a while where I want to say mostly the left. They will make up.
I don't think I can't.
They will
I don't think you
make
can
up.
generalize.
Okay,
it's just one side,
it's
though.
everyone in media. They will just make
fair.
up quote unquote facts just to prove their point of what they feel. And it's I've been, like I said in the last episode, I've been watching a lot of these cringe comps and
I'll say
wait,
this.
let me finish my thought. There was one video, and I'm not going to be able to find it. It's so many videos, but there was one video where they were literally chanting "Oh, stop saying facts," and they're like, "Well, I don't give a fuck about your feelings, but what you're getting upset about isn't even real, and I'm telling you that it's not real, so therefore, it's not a valid thing to be upset about because you're just making shit up." And that's what this is all about, is everyone's just oh, but it hurts my feelings, but it's not real. It's made up. It's bullshit.
This is what I'll say as somebody who kind of views the idea of considering yourself left or right to be kind of outdated.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can really political beliefs are really complex if you actually think about things. So I think it's kind of silly to pigeonhole yourself like that. So, anyways, as somebody who's been observing this type of stuff for a long time, this whole thing like making up facts, valuing facts over emotion, pseudoscience, all that type of stuff. This is all stuff that historically was associated with the right. The right, like if we go back 10 years and more, it was all right-wing people that were like that. But in the past 10 years, there's been a shift where we're now seeing left-wing people be like that, and they've actually surpassed right-wing people in being like that. Which is the weird thing, because this used to be this whole horseshit, because the right used to be like valuing religion over science. They were always like, oh, this is offensive, so you can't do that. This is offensive, so you can't do that. Those were all right-wing beliefs. Now they're left-wing beliefs, just in a different way.
It's just they're trying to find social norms that everyone will agree with, which, I mean, it's just everyone's gonna fucking be offended about something. Or I didn't mean that. That came out wrong. Someone's going to be offended about everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's always going to be someone who disagrees. And, like, you said facts over emotion. And you said, like, should we value facts over emotion?
I think we should.
Yeah, so, again, the right, like you said, was mostly religious. And that's why they valued their religious beliefs over any kind of fact that would be produced.
Exactly.
And so
but now
it's like the left is in the same boat. There's no one. I almost want to say there's no one that values facts anymore, but I don't feel like that's quite fair.
Yeah.
But the left is emotional, and instead of religion, it's offensiveness to just
social correctness.
Yeah.
Well, one interesting point someone brought up about that is how they've completely made the term, like they've essentially made calling someone a racist completely meaningless.
Yeah.
Because they throw it around so easily that it's reached the point. It's like when the far left in these times, like when they call somebody a racist, it's like it's the equivalent of like a Christian preacher calling an atheist a sinner. The meaning that the person using the term is ascribing to it has no meaning to the person that they're using the term on.
Yeah, because religious beliefs, everyone's a sinner. And in my opinion, racism is on a spectrum. Everyone's a little bit racist in their own way. But it's, where do you lie on that spectrum? It's like the same with sexuality. Everyone's a little bit gay, but where do you lie on that spectrum?
You're saying
sure.
like we seem to have lost all sense of perspective in these things. Like they want us to believe like there's no difference between somebody making a racial joke and somebody actually going out and lynching someone anymore.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. If you make
what I'm saying?
if you make some little like comment, you are a racist and you are just as bad as a KKK member.
Well, I feel like the lynching to racist joke isn't a fair comparison because lynching isn't done anymore. I mean, yes, I agree with that. Making a racist joke and being offended over it is a little.
I guess it depends too on what the joke is and
the
context.
Yeah, because like comedians, in my opinion, should get a buy. Partially, like they don't get a fucking 100% buy. That's not what I'm saying. But they get like a tiny little. They get more acceptance on what they can say, because it's their fucking job.
Yeah.
Like you're paying to watch them because you want to laugh, and if being a little bit racist or being a little bit homophobic or being a little bit, something else makes you laugh, that's okay. That doesn't mean that's not how the comedian feels. He's saying it because like it's performance art. Like it can go to the extremes because he's trying to show you what's funny about it.
If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to listen to it. And if it's gonna make you that mad, then just don't watch it. But like you say, it's not like he actually truly believes what he's saying. It's like an exaggeration. It's to just be funny. And I think any normal human person would like realize that.
Yeah, but a lot of people they only see it on they don't think there's any nuance. Nuance is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And no one sees nuance
is
anymore.
Dead. Nuance is dead. I agree with you on that. Absolutely. Nuance has completely died in mainstream political discussion.
Yeah,
even when
context matters a lot.
even when we do our podcast, I'm always like, now that we're doing the more heavy topics or current topics, I'm always like scared that like something that we say might come back one day to like bite us in the butt.
Oh, something's always going to come back and bite you in the ass if you get fame.
Even though we never say anything that bad, and we're all pretty open people, I still think it's going to be like, oh, Thrax said he crossed the road when he sees black people. Was I completely literal? Like I didn't mean it 100% literally.
It's almost like Patton Oswalt. He let out some tweets like fucking years ago, and one of them like seemed extremely racist or something.
Yeah.
But it was part of a 2-part tweet. So the first tweet like said something else, and then the second tweet said something racist. Like if you take it by itself, if you just take the second tweet by itself, but if you don't have that context of the first tweet, it makes Patton Oswalt seem like a fucking asshole. But Patton Oswalt seems like such a lovable, nice guy.
So some social justice warrior was, what celebrity can I try to get in trouble? Looking through all these old tweets, sees this, and cuts it off, posts just the bad part, and there you go. Trying to like ruin this guy's name.
Some of these people are
falsifying
facts. One of the best ones I saw was some black girl tweeted at. She goes to some university in the States. I don't remember which one. And she tweeted, it was like a photo taken through a window that looked like kind of like a white blob. And she's like, yo, how can you say this is a safe campus when you got a KKK member in the hood hanging out in the window? And then they posted a picture. They're like, we investigated. It's a sheet covering a piece of lab equipment.
Oh, my God.
Like, I mean, you're fucking nuts.
Yeah. Coming back, Garrett, you said something about social norms, and sure, they're trying to push social norms and trying to change things that are better for humanity, but then I read these articles that talk about, I don't know, babies, and it's this new movement of parents are not supposed to use
don't gender your child.
They're not supposed to gender their child. They're not supposed to put any influence. So they're going to call them babies, and they're not going to tell them they're a boy or
Why
a
would
girl.
you change it to babies?
Isn't baby a gender neutral term?
Yeah, babies is a gender neutral term.
I don't know. They're babies, and they're not going to dress them in boy clothes or girl clothes, and they think at the age of 4 that is the proper age, that they are mature enough to decide what gender they are.
See, no, I don't agree that 4 is like, because at 4, like, do children actually have a real understanding of the world at 4 years old?
They don't, but this is the new thing, is that you see all these articles where it's like, oh, children are so much more wiser than humans just because, they're innocent and blah, blah, blah. But they're not. They're not, and like
they're children.
Yes, they're children. They're so impersonable. So that's why you always see all these impressionable, and just the main like you see things where it's like a 9-year-old is getting estrogen shots because they want it. They think they want it, but did the parent push them to be trans?
Let me just throw this.
Probably.
Let me throw this example out for you guys. If your child was like 7 or 8, a boy, and he said he wanted to wear a dress, what would you do?
Not in public, because you're going to get the shit kicked out of you. If he wants to do that at home, I don't give a fuck. But he needs to know. He needs to. Not everyone is going to be accepting as your family.
What if he says he wants to wear it to school?
I don't think I might be an asshole, but I don't think I'd let him do it. What about you?
I don't know. I would probably ask him why he wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like, is it because you feel like you're a girl? Is it because you just want to wear a dress? Is it because you saw something in the media that makes you think that this is cooler than dressing like a boy? Like, I'd try to figure out what
fair.
What the reasoning was behind it, and then I guess take it from there.
I saw a video today, and it was a 9-year-old drag queen, and he said that at the age of 2, he was watching Ron Paul's, or what's his name?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
And that's when he wanted to be a drag queen. And I'm just like...
Well, see, this is the thing, though. Like, kids, like, if they... Like, I wanted to be a Power Ranger because I was watching Power Rangers. Like, it's understandable that a kid would watch something and then want to do that. But I didn't make a lifestyle out of being a fucking Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I don't think... as much as it is, like, let the kid do whatever they want, like, when he's, like, putting on makeup and dresses, I think that's too mature of a subject for a child to choose. And especially at age 2, he made the decision, not his parents. He made the decision he wanted to be a drag queen at the age of 2. I highly doubt that.
I mean, at 2, what can children express? Like,
exactly. There's 4-year-olds that like don't even talk.
They love food.
Yeah.
And
Change
cartoons.
my diaper.
But I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to think of how they would express the intent or desire to want to be a drag.
The thing that, okay, maybe I'm coming off like an asshole, but the thing that I see from these videos is it always doesn't seem genuine with these kids. It always, to me, seems like they're kind of reading lines or coached.
I mean, that's what Lil Tay was. Lil Tay was being coached by her brother, if we want to bring her into this.
Sure.
Yeah. And yeah, like everything she did was because her brother was like, hey, say this, it'll get lots of views. Hey, just be outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, it'll get us views.
And that's equally not as acceptable because they're raising this child to be a little piece of shit.
Exactly.
For money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just using kids to make your money or to push your agenda. It's not okay.
Yeah, because kids follow orders. Like, kids will do what you tell them to. Like, they respect order more than like any like at that time they'll respect order more than at any other time in their life.
Yeah.
So
it just will follow orders. They'll do whatever the fuck you want them to do.
I don't think these kids, okay, not 100% of them, but I don't think most of them that are saying that they're a boy or a girl, whatever they're not, or born as, I don't think it's all innocent. I don't think it's all just them. I think these new age hippie parents push this shit on their kids, and that's not cool. All these videos,
in a lot of cases, I think you're probably right. And I mean, like, the same people that are all for this. If you see like, a 5-year-old kid, like fucking Marjo Gortner, who was like this kid back in the 70s who used to like preach hellfire and brimstone. And he was an evangelist preacher at like age 7, and obviously it's because his parents were coaching him, and his parents fucking put him up to this shit. If they saw that,
you're so mature, little boy.
Yeah, but if they saw that, they'd be ready to get out the fucking pitchforks.
Yeah. He just one day he picked up the Bible and he was reading it, and he just
that's what I'm saying.
Really liked it.
It's the same exact fucking shit. It's parents filling their kids' head with shit. And,
I have a friend that is like a childhood psychology, like development.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested because he listens to all of our podcasts. Zach, thank you. You're a great guy. So I'm really interested in what he would have to say. So make sure you message me when you listen to this one, Zach.
If he wants to come in and we can talk about it next week, why not?
Watch it, Zach. Smile when you do that.
Because I would love to hear someone's who's like a professional about this, like their opinion.
Yeah, he's getting his master's in it, so
nice.
He would probably have a lot to say about it.
Yeah,
but we might record too late for him.
Well, regardless, let's move on. Even still, like, even this conversation we had about the babies, I'm like, am I coming off as an asshole? Like,
you are to some people, but who gives a fuck what they think? You can't go through life worrying about.
Sure. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's fair, right? Like, I have my opinions, you have your opinions. Get over it.
And
but
they only matter to you.
One thing I think that we have all the same opinion on is that Daddy of Five guy is a complete fucking douchebag.
Fucking garbage of the earth.
I can't
Didn't this happen like a year ago?
No,
though?
but Eric, it's back.
Like 8 months ago.
It's back.
What do you mean?
The channel got removed.
Recent because he got that kid. He got custody of his other kids back, and they went back to doing the same types of videos where they're just abusing this fucking kid.
Yeah, it's like it's only Cody, like the little redhead.
Yeah.
Because
what does he do to him? I never watched any of that shit.
It's verbal abuse. It's like I think there's physical abuse too. Like he lets his sons beat the shit out of him.
So from the original video that got them that was too much. I can't really remember all of it at this time, but I know there was pushing him, there was screaming at him, but the most recent one, Eric, so they get their YouTube channel shut down, they get their two of their kids taken away, and they redo their channel, they make a new one, and they're making more videos, but they're less shitty. So then they get the kid back. So this video is, they find the dad's Nintendo DS in the kid's room.
In Cody's room.
And he comes down and he starts screaming at him. And Cody's like, I didn't take it. You know, my brother put it in there. Meanwhile, the older brother is walking back and forth, and every time this kid's coming near Cody, he's like cowering in fear.
Yeah, he's like flinching. It's like a dog that's been abused.
Yeah. Because he knows, like, the kid probably beats him when the camera's not fucking on. So then the dad, he doesn't know who to believe. He's like, oh, and he busts the DS, and he's screaming at Cody. And, like, H3 talked about this, and this is where I heard of this story.
Yeah.
The dad makes it about him. So he's walking away and he's got his selfie camera on, pointing at his face.
Perfect angle.
And he's like crying and he's like edited sad music. And it's like, it's so hard to raise kids. Feel bad for me. While this kid is crying because you fucking screamed at him because he wanted to play his father's DS. Yeah, and this guy is the lowest of the low, man.
He sounds like a piece of shit.
He is, and his wife isn't much better.
Yeah, she's a screaming cunt. Sorry, sorry for the language, but holy shit.
But yeah, like him and his wife were actually charged with neglect of a minor last year.
I believe he had his 2 kids from a previous marriage taken away.
Yeah, Cody was one of them.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Cody isn't with him anymore. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I fucking hope not.
But like that video was pretty recent, right?
The DS one, I don't know how recent that one was. I know what you're talking about on H6 because I think I saw it too.
Yeah.
I don't know how recent that one is because I was watching Philip DeFranco.
Yeah.
He also talked about this, and he said that now there are just 5 of them: the mom, dad, the daughter, and 2 sons, not including Cody and the other daughter that were from a previous marriage.
Okay.
So, because their channel was Family 05 now,
but
it included
that
just
one was shut down because of this DS video.
The Family 05 one because of this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that they're all shut down basically. Hopefully, he cannot fucking make money on abusing his children.
And you know what? This guy has been so open about his shitty personality that I don't think anyone should hire this fucking man. This guy should not have a job, and he should definitely not have a leisurely job as being a quote-unquote vlogger or a YouTuber because your content is abusing children.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, Eric, I don't know. You should watch some of those videos because, like, it's just...
like
crazy, man.
Whenever I watched the one on H3, I'd never seen it before, and it like made my stomach churn. Like I felt so fucking awful watching it.
Dude,
Because
watching
like that kid had to be traumatized. Like
watching Cody, like we've all been as a child, you'd all been in a situation where you're that upset.
yeah, and you're helpless too. Like there's nothing you can do.
And this is like every day for that kid.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Fucked. I wonder why they singled him out.
Probably because he was from a different marriage, and it's like, oh, he's just my half brother. I don't really give a fuck about him, you know.
Yeah. So let's move on because, I don't like this topic anymore. We got written Cosby sexual predator.
Oh yeah, so I guess the Pennsylvania board has recommended Bill Cosby be classified as a sexually violent predator.
Is he actually in jail?
I think he is. He's serving jail. Like, you know how they do the go in for X amount of days and then you come out for X amount of days?
So like,
jail? So he's like, he's furloughed.
Sorry, he's still awaiting sentencing. Sorry.
Come on.
He actually don't. But yeah, he can serve up to 10 years, I think is the maximum from what I'm reading. And
10 years, okay.
I mean, I don't know, how old is he? He might die in jail if he gets 10 years.
Let him.
He might.
Let him.
I mean, I think he's like 80 or something. Like, the guy's pretty fucking old.
Let's see.
Well, do you guys agree that sexual predators should be castrated?
I don't know about castrated. I don't know why we would need to castrate them when we can just send them to prison.
Eric?
Yeah, I would say I
like that seems. What's the term? Cruel and unusual punishment. That seems cruel and unusual. I don't feel castration is necessary.
I agree with it fully, but I think like the really violent ones, it's just why not?
The really violent ones just send to prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah, but castrate them and send them to prison.
But because if you there's no reason to castrate them if you're just going to send them to prison for the rest of their life.
They get no more enjoyment, man.
See, I don't know. That's again cruel, and I don't.
But
like bodily mutilation, I don't think is
somebody that rapes and molests and murders children.
Yeah, but if they're going to be in jail for the rest of their life anyways, what's the point?
I guess. I just think.
I mean,
I think we're just too soft on prisoners.
Well, the problem with things like that though is like, what if you chemically castrate someone and it's like, whoops, the accuser lied. You know what I mean?
He's actually innocent. Yeah, sure. I know it will never happen. It's just
that's the problem with stuff like that.
It's just a hypothetical.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Like, fuck these people. They're scum of the earth, and they don't deserve even the slightest enjoyment in life.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I can't get behind that.
It's like
that's my view on.
Sorry, it's like those videos that were talking about like how shitty the food in prison was and how it's not fair, and it's like, oh, the murderer is eating shitty for the rest of his life. He murdered someone.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on stuff like that.
Like what? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna feel bad for him.
But when it comes to stuff like the death penalty, for example, in theory, I support the death penalty because I think there are people that cannot be rehabilitated, and I think that for certain very heinous crimes, it's acceptable to have death be the punishment. However, in practice, I oppose it because first of all, it allows for state-sanctioned murder, which I think is a power that can be abused, and also because of the potential of executing an innocent person, which you can't take back.
Yeah, because like hundreds have been executed innocently.
Yeah,
like there have been posthumous. What's the word? Posthumous. Yeah, posthumous exonerations. That like these guys were killed innocently, and yeah, I am totally against executions because I feel like you can just lock them away for the rest of their life, and also executions cost more. Yeah, they're so fucking expensive. Like, they cost more than putting a guy away for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah.
That's why. That's actually why Britain got rid of their death penalty. Is because they actually executed some guy. I think it was in the 50s. They accused him of killing this woman and her daughter or something like that, and they executed him for it. And then it came out years later that the guy was basically like mentally slow, so he agreed with whatever they were telling them. And it was actually this other guy who did the murder, like 100% no question.
Yeah, I know the U.S. right now is actually having problems with their executions because the European companies that used to supply them with the drugs are like, no, we're not giving you the drugs anymore. So the U.S. is literally running out of drugs to kill people.
Yeah.
And because even then, like, the drugs, like, they can sometimes not work and just be extremely painful or just like fuck up in other ways.
Yeah.
I've heard now that they're executing people with fentanyl, which is basically just having them overdose on like a really strong opioid.
Oh, wow.
So they get to go out feeling pretty good.
Do you want them to go out feeling good, Mike?
No, I don't. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I gave my opinion, right? I don't think anyone going to maximum security prison is going to get what's the word? Rehabilitated. I think.
Yeah,
I think maximum security prison is just going to do.
Well, this is the thing. We were talking before about nuance. And it's like there's this big debate, like, oh, should the focus of prison be rehabilitation or punishment? And I think it should be both. I think if somebody's in there,
it was supposed to be both.
No, well, that's
the punishment.
Debate, that's why nobody has any sense of nuance anymore. Because I think there's a big difference between like, okay, this guy stole a car. Okay, this guy got caught with like 2 pounds of coke. Okay, this guy robbed a house. Those type of people, like, you can rehabilitate them and have them be fully useful members of society. But some guy who like broke into a home and executed a family, I don't think he's ever going to cure fucking cancer. I don't think we're going to lose a fucking cancer cure if he's in prison for the rest of his life.
One just deserves punishment, no rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm.
But like for the minor crimes, it's just punishment. There is no rehabilitation in a lot of prisons.
Right.
It's just we're taking away X amount of years of your life.
Yeah.
And that's it. You have to deal with it. Like, we're not going to help you when you get out. Like, it's up to you, I guess. Like, go back to fucking doing crimes. You'll be back here. We'll take your life away.
And like go back. Don't get hired anywhere but like McDonald's. Your life sucks. Oh, you want to make some quick cash like you used to, and now you're back in prison.
I mean, I'm not saying that. Fuck. They should have like the best wonderful jobs, but like there should be like training programs in prisons for the people that are being rehabilitated, right?
Yeah. I know you can get education and stuff, but
yeah, and although before we start that, there should be those kind of programs for the law abiding citizens first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what to say anymore.
I think that's
life sucks.
Yeah, life finds a way, you know.
Yeah, it's getting progressively better. I'll always say that, but
finds a way.
Finds a way. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else.
I just want to talk about something else.
Well, Eric didn't write anything down, but
Eric, you got anything to talk about?
Well, everything I wanted to talk about, you guys already brought up. So,
okay.
What about the Greek fires?
There's just a fuck ton of fires in Greek right now. I think there's like 20. Actually, at least 74 people have died in wildfires.
Jesus,
dude, that's happening.
Because the strong winds like just fucking push these fires super fast.
It's not as intense up here, but Ontario is having some.
Yeah, we've got some fires up north too.
Yeah. Our our mom and stepdad couldn't go up north.
Right, like there wasn't fires where they were, but they were close enough that there was like all kinds of
they were gonna go up to their
smoke
cottage.
in the air.
Yeah, they're gonna.
There's a lot of smoke in the air.
They were gonna go up to their cottage, and like there was like police barricades, just being like, you can't come up these roads.
Yeah, I know in Greek, a lot of people have just been like going into the ocean and like being like, "Can't get us here, fire!
Yeah,
Joke's on you!" And so the Coast Guard have been like actually a little bit overwhelmed with having to rescue people.
Well,
I hope all those Malaccas are safe.
It's just been so hot everywhere.
Yeah, like I remember seeing earlier,
but
in the UK, from a satellite, it now looks brown instead of green because of the heat waves.
That's crazy.
And like even all of the British like YouTubers I follow, like Taliesin and Evital, Preach, like all of them are like, it's so fucking hot here, and we don't have AC because usually it only lasts like 3 weeks. Like it's not usually this bad, and it usually doesn't get this high, and it doesn't last that long. And now a lot of people are actually going to hospital because they're like heat stroke and shit like that.
Weeks ago, I think we talked about this before, but people in Montreal, which is like relatively close to where me and Eric live, they died from the heat.
Yeah, well, that was the worst. There was like 45 degrees or something ridiculous like that, which in Fahrenheit is like 115 or something.
Yeah, I saw in Arizona today it was like 126 Fahrenheit.
Jesus,
it's like,
which is just like, I'd rather just die. I don't even want to experience that. Just kill me.
We were playing D&D last night, and by the end of it, I was really out of energy because I don't run my fan. And it was just getting so hot. I was like, I can't record anymore. We have to not play.
I mean, we hit an hour anyway, so it's all good.
So hot.
Yeah, I had my fan off for the movie discussion, and then I turned it on. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not turning it back off. Like I'm just fucking like sweating in my chair.
So, do we have anything to talk about, like video games or movies? Because
I don't know. We
started off as originally as a
we haven't talked about video games in a while. BFA is coming out in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I was talking to a friend that we used to play with today. You
so excited you've been twerking.
Oh yeah, I saw Dunners was in here.
Yeah.
I was busy doing stuff.
Yeah, no. He says he's gonna play and he heals, but I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe we can talk our healer into tanking.
We could just kick our healer.
We could do that.
Yeah, Donors is a fucking great healer. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at GameSpot's fucking front page.
I know the trailer to the Teen Titans movie looks completely fucking awful, and same Aquaman looks shit.
Oh, did you see the Young Justice trailer that was at San Diego Comic-Con?
Isn't it Teen Titans? Isn't it called Titans?
Oh, is it called Titans?
Yeah.
Was it with Artemis and Nighthawk, or whatever Robin calls himself when he goes solo?
Yeah, Raven's in it.
No, Raven wasn't in it.
You're the guy from the circus.
No,
so we're
not thinking of the same one.
Wow, I saw the Titans.
Because it's like a direct sequel from the Young Justice series.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it was super fucking cool. It made me really excited. And then I saw the Doctor Who season 11 trailer, which looks pretty cool.
Is it the chick?
I might get back. Yeah, it's the chick. So I might get back into Doctor Who.
Boo!
And then there was one other one. Oh, we didn't talk about Star Wars.
Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Now, okay, you watched the CGI show recently, right?
The CGI show.
Was the one you watched, was it a cartoon? Or was it like more computer generated?
What are you talking about?
Because there's 2 Clone Wars shows, dude. And
I watched.
I'm pretty sure
Most
we
traditional
watched.
ones.
I'm pretty sure we watched different shows.
I watched the one with Ahsoka. I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on, viewers.
Ahsoka Tano, The Clone Wars, 5 seasons.
Was it made by?
Oh, viewers, look at that.
Was it made by Cartoon Network?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the
Clone Wars Cartoon Network. You watched this show because it's only apparently the entire full series is only 2 hours long. So I think we've been talking about different shows this whole time, my friend.
No, I did not see that one.
Okay. So we watched different shows. I need to watch the show you watched.
Yeah, the
That
one I
show
watched
is
is
the
amazing.
one
It's on
I
Netflix.
saw. That's the one I saw. I'll post it in
Yeah,
the
one-
description.
Yeah, so I'll. Jesus, I've never even seen that one.
Dude, that one is fucking amazing, dude.
Like,
If you're a fan of Star Wars, viewers,
So have you ever heard of Ahsoka?
I know who she is because I've seen clips of that show.
That's the one I watched. The one I just linked.
Yeah.
Yes, that one is fucking amazing.
And here's
it's so good.
Michelangelo flirting with Ashoka.
That is Christine Weston Chandler.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, after watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Ahsoka is my second favorite Jedi.
Didn't we
Well, she's not a
talk
Jedi,
about
but
this?
I think we did, and maybe it was one of your
Super
yeah.
Mario
friends of
RPG.
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been right.
Sorry, we're just reusing.
Yeah, we're just trying, kind of just talking about.
Now we're
right now.
just talking about nothing. Like the viewers are
And
gonna be like, they're talking about this show. They got it mixed up.
Here we can link some of the shit we're talking about because there's
I'll
also
put a lot
another
of
one
links.
that looks really cool, called Disenchantment. It's from Matt Groening, and it's his Netflix. He's doing another animated TV show.
Matt Groening is doing another.
They got,
Wow.
look at the
on Netflix.
thumbnail.
Yeah, I linked it in the chat. Not the Neon Nightcast chat, but the private call chat.
Oh, huh, weird.
Yeah,
it
it
is
actually
weird to
looks.
see him do something else.
Yeah.
I'm semi excited for it.
I think it's gonna be trash.
I hope it's not.
See, Matt Groening is never what made The Simpsons great. It was Conan O'Brien and John Schwartzwelder and the producers they have. Matt Groening basically just created the characters.
That's
Conan O'Brien,
yeah.
Yeah, he was a writer for The Simpsons in the
That's
classic.
why we're
Oh,
saying
I
you
didn't
gotta
know that.
watch season 2 to 9.
dude, I
man.
fucking love Conan.
Yeah,
he's
because-
so funny.
And
God, he's
the
great.
episodes that he wrote the most are some of the best episodes.
Dude, he wrote Homer Goes to College, which is the second funniest episode ever, in my opinion.
Oh, and there's the trailer to the Young Justice Outsiders.
Okay, yeah, I did.
Did
Definitely
they give
see
Raven a nice thick ass?
that. Well, Raven's
She's not
the-
in it. She's not in it, Eric.
Well, what are they doing?
Young Justice is the Justice League, but they're all teenagers. It has Aqualad, Artemis.
Superboy.
Lads.
Is his name actually Superboy?
Yeah.
Is his name
that's
actually
fucking awesome.
Lad?
Yeah, Aqualad is
it's
more
Aqualad.
ridiculous than Superboy. He's a cheeky lad, he is.
And then they have Martian Manhunter's niece or something.
He's a rotter.
Martian
yeah.
Woman Hunter is her name.
No, it's Sanaz Snooze, something like that.
Yeah, so The Simpsons, yeah, that's why it's just this Netflix produced show, which Netflix.
I bet it's going to be kind of quirky and fun.
Netflix has produced a lot of good stuff, but a lot of real shitty stuff. So that's
A
why
lot of really cringy shit.
cringy. I think this show is going to be probably pushing an agenda.
I've actually started watching not Jim Carrey. Fuck me. Seinfeld's Netflix show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yeah.
It's actually really good because they're doing what we're doing right now. They're just shooting the shit, talking about whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. It makes
And
good
it's really good.
content.
Yeah, it really does. Because especially whenever it's Seinfeld and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like, I love Jim Carrey, and Seinfeld's just kind of like, this other guy that's there. Because I never watched Seinfeld, so. But is that gonna be it for?
Yeah, let's say goodbye.
This episode.
Yeah. Sorry, it kind of fizzled
Nobody
out
reacts
there.
to that.
Kind of fizzled out at the end there, but
Mike.
what?
All right. Sounds like.
Okay,
Looks
yeah,
like we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up. Hey,
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.